actually living at the single most stressful time in our history because of how much information we are now being bombarded with on a daily basis through technology. We have research showing now that high school students have more stress than we do as adults. And stress changes the brain. It changes the capacity of the brain to function well in school. We don't need to be running around trying to rescue people from what's real about life. We don't need to do that. That's going to make us all crazy. We don't need to take away. We simply need to add tools that allow for the regulation of stress and anxiety and pressure. What we have found is that in 60 seconds, at the beginning of your period, when you do this for 60 seconds, it shifts your students from the no brain state into more of a yes. If you want the least disruptive thing, this is something that costs no money. I don't want you to have to buy fancy computerized games. I just don't. They're not necessary. We're seeing from the data collection that it's not necessary. This doesn't cost anything. It takes 60 seconds, literally. Test scores are going up. Teachers are reporting that their students, for the first time in decades, they're telling me, are actually going into the test without crying their eyes out. They're dealing with so many criers before taking the test. Now it's eliminating that. They're using their tools before taking the test, and it's setting them to go into the test much calmer. Memory is greatly enhanced with these tools. But I also want to share with you that our data, my favorite part of the data, is the reduction that's happening in having to do the behavioral redirection throughout the class. You know, calling the name. Would you please stop talking? Could I please have your attention? Look up here, please. They were learning how to regulate themselves.
This was a very exciting presentation. It confirmed a lot of beliefs that I already had. But what it really gave me was the way to include it in my classroom.
To have another tool to be able to use for a general setting, a bigger setting of kids is going to be magical, I feel. It really it is.
It's very exciting to see them be able to calm themselves down and have a tool, something to make a difference in their lives. I'm so thankful to Dr. Reggie Melrose for introducing me to this.
The fact that the body is a self-healing mechanism. The body is a self-healing mechanism, and all we've needed to learn how to do is to find and test the particular sensory tools that caused the greatest reduction in heart rate, blood pressure, and cortisol levels. That's it. That's all we've had to do. Physical exercise is great. Certain neurofeedback, biofeedback, there's lots of things you're going to hear about. They're all great. I want something as an educator that doesn't cost any money, that doesn't take any time, and that gives me the same results. And that's what the tools of 60 seconds do.